this has created a lot of conversation about the H-1B visa. It's every other channel. They're talking about this. Go ahead and play this clip, Rob.
A country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
I'll
give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing. It's very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
Adam, thoughts?
So, number one, I haven't thought of Laura Ingraham. And when's the last time we said her name on the show? With someone we don't talk about.
We haven't, but by the way, I thought she did a great job with the interview. And FYI, a very weird thing I'm about to say. This is the best I've seen her in years. So I don't know what she's doing. She looked great in this interview.
That's literally what I was about to say.
Really?
I love her.
I'm being serious. Collectively,
I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a fan. I'm just telling you.
When's the last time we mentioned her name on the podcast?
I don't think.
We've talked Jesse, we've talked Hannity, we've talked Breck Baird, the whole deal. Laura Ingraham, respect to you. I haven't watched your show. I'm like an Ingraham person. But this is her first time that I've seen her on the national scene. Yeah. And she held her own. Do you think she's an advocate for Trump? Yes. Do you think she's mostly aligned with Trump? Yes. But this was her opportunity to say, listen, I also have a voice. I also have a spine. I have also a backbone. Let me push back against the president in a respectful manner, not to be contentious like other interviews do. So I give her credit for standing up for Trump. I think they're mostly aligned. But she did have this conversation on H-1Bs. She defended Americans. She said, you don't have the talent here. Trump said straight up, we don't. You know how long it's going to retrain people? I do believe that we should have other people from other countries with high-skilled workers that should be allowed to have H-1B visas. But respect to Laura Ingraham for basically saying, no, I want to push back on you on Fox News. So to push back against Trump, and you're a Fox News main anchor, main host, to do that, respect to you. Good job.
Yeah, and this continues, by the way, while she's going through it, Rob, and as they're going back and forth, she talks to him about the $600,000. I don't know if you have that one or not.
I do.
Do you have? Okay, fantastic. I was looking for it. So here's then, hey, you know, this is why we need to give $600,000. Why not $300,000? Well, the colleges wouldn't get money. It's a great exchange. Go for it, Rob.
You've said as many as 600,000 Chinese students could come to the United States. Why, sir, is that a pro-MAGA position when so many American kids want to go to school and there are places not for them, and these universities are getting rich off Chinese money?
Sure. Never said about China, but we do have a lot of people coming in from China. We always have, China and other countries. We also have a massive system of colleges and universities. And if we were to cut that in half, which perhaps makes some people happy, you would have half the colleges in the United States go out of business.
So what?
Well, I think that's a big deal.
Are they fans
You would have the
of the United States?
Yeah, but you would have, as you know, historically, black colleges and universities would all be out of business. You would have a system of colleges and universities would
so
go
we're
down
dependent on China to keep our university system going?
But I think it's good to have. I actually think it's good to have outside countries. Look, I want to be able to get along with the world.
They're not the French. They're the Chinese. They spy on us. They steal our intellectual property.
What, do you think the French are better?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm not so sure. We've had a lot of problems with the French, where we get taxed very unfairly on our technology, where, you know, they put 25% taxes on American products. Look, assuming everyone treats us badly, because that's the way I am, but we take in trillions of dollars from students. You know, the students pay more than double when they come in from most foreign countries. I want to see our school system thrive, but at the same time, I know you and I disagree. We're never going to agree on it, but that's okay. And it's not that I want them. but I view it as a business. We have millions and millions of people.
He said the main word right there, Pat. When it comes to Trump, it's business. Period.
Well, I'll turn it over to you guys. Let me just say one thing. She seems more MAGA than Trump in this interview, does she not?
I don't think he has any idea what's going on here. Like, the vast majority of college income doesn't come from students paying to go there. It comes from the endowments. But I have the perfect idea to fix this. So 93% of student loans come from the government. Why do we give kids loans to just go and take any major? Why aren't those loans contingent upon the majors and jobs that the country needs? Like, if we have a shortage in, say, AI skills, why not just make student loans applicable only to people who are going to major in AI and not give somebody a loan to major in, like
gender
studies, art, graphic design, or like interior design, whatever stuff that is oversaturated? Why not just make it depend on if you're going to do something that's useful and that's needed in the country? If the government's the main provider of student loans.
What a logical point. Like, it makes sense. Here's what we need. This is what we're giving scholarships for. This is what we're funding. We're not funding fine arts. We're not funding all this other stuff. This is what America needs. Tom, your thoughts on this?
Well, during the interview, he talked about HBCUs. That stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities, Howard and others. I was unaware that the Chinese were, swamping the HBCUs, and I was unaware that they go out of business if we stop the Chinese education visas. So on that point, I was a little confused. I think maybe it got stirred up in their talk there. That's a misspeak. That's not going to happen. The other side of it is, wait a minute. To the point that Brandon just made is, if some of them go out of business because they can't make ends meet, and yet they're all living on government grants. Yeah. Guess what? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And by the way, most of the colleges in the United States, if you look at them, there's private colleges, and then there's the public colleges, University of Florida, Florida State, FIU,
FAU,
USF. There's like 5 of them UCF. In Florida that all are supported by Tallahassee and regular tuition. They're supported by states. And then what do we have? What's the private schools that we have here? Barry, University of Miami. That's about it. So it's like
Rob, can you pull that up? So that's the breakdown of Harvard's funding. Tom, finish your thoughts on this.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. It's like state schools are supported by states.
Yeah, here you go. This is Harvard's operating revenue 2024, 45% philanthropy. You got 21% education. Then you got federally sponsored research. Then you got non-federally sponsored research. Then you got other. Operating expenses, $6.4 billion. That's Harvard University. Interesting when you're looking at this.
So Brandon's right. 20 cents on the dollar comes from tuition.
Yeah. Here's what I want you to think about. So maybe, just maybe, because here's how Trump is. Like, for example, there are certain men in your life that are purely driven based on respect. You don't respect them, they can be very nasty. Okay, very. I relate to that. Last night I'm at this event, and I get invited to this event. They email us 2 months ago. We'd like to honor you and recognize you for something. No problem. I asked Mateo. This is at Mar-a-Lago. It's called the Big Blue Bash, Law Enforcement Today. So I said, okay, I'm going to go to this event. RFK is going to be there. Tulsi Gabbard's going to be there. Kash Patel's going to be there. Let me see who else they said is going to be there. All these names that they're saying is going to be there. And
you said Tom Homan was there?
Tom Homan was there. Kristi Noem crushed it. She did I was so impressed by Kristi Noem last night. But they had a lineup of all these speakers. About 80% of them, none of them showed up. No problem, okay? Because, sometimes they'll put that stuff to bring people in, and then we're sorry they couldn't show up. So I go to the event last night, and I'm walking up. Honestly, I totally forgot what the event's reasoning for me going. I'm thinking I'm just going to go support and leave. Charity, something, support and leave. Military, cops. I love military. I love any of these guys. Homan and I had an incredible conversation. The guy was sitting next to me, federal prosecutor, incredible conversation. Talked to the Epoch Times guys, saw a bunch of our clients that are there as well. Military, Nick Freitas just crushed it on stage. Zoom in a little bit, Rob, I talked to a bunch of the guys on the bottom that they're honoring these veterans, right? All these veterans that they're honoring. Michael Flynn doing what he does as usual. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, so then it's about 8 o'clock. I'm texting Mateo, I got to go because my kids are saying, where are you at? I've been there because it started they said be there at like 5 o'clock, something like that. So, I got to go see the kids. Yeah, but they're running. I got to go see it. When they're saying they're doing it right after dinner. Well, they haven't done anything yet. Anyways, it's 9:45.
Jeez.
Then they finally are doing the recognition. At this point, kids are asleep. You know, I
Did
got
you
a
say
45
9:45?
9:45.
You wanted to leave at 8, so you're running 2 hours behind at this
And
point.
by the way, it's the only day for me to be with my kids
You're
because
leaving.
this weekend
you're
I'm at
leaving
PHP.
town, yeah.
I'm going to somewhere like respect my time. So I'm watching this lady, Judy, who's running the organization. One of the ladies that's running it comes, talks to me. Very classy, talks to my wife, nice person. Kyle, the guy who's on stage, is doing his thing. And then they're playing the videos for the people that recognize them, okay? They're playing these videos. And then all the videos are done, and the guy on stage, who I've had on, is funny guy, phenomenal. It's Sheriff Mark. You know what I'm talking about, Rob? Mark from Arizona, phenomenal, that we've had him on. And then he's like, and Patrick Bet-David. Mark Lamb. Yeah, he crushed it last night. And Patrick Bet-David. No video, no picture, nothing. So everybody's kind of looking around. There's like 40 people like, hey, Pat, I'm here because you're getting a recognition, all this stuff. So I walk on stage. I'm like, okay, it's probably a screw up. Maybe it's on our end. Maybe we missed the mark on something. No problem. They give it respectful. I took like 150 selfies last. I took so many pictures with people. It's awesome. Yeah. Talking to all these guys. I said, babe, we got to go. I grab Jen. We get in the car. I call Matteo. I say, Matteo, what happened over here? What was this all about? He says, what do you mean? I said, they recognized, but they just kind of said the name. There was no video. There was nothing, but they played video for everybody else. I don't know. I said, call the guy. So Nafal, who is the guy that made the recommendation with Judy for this to happen, this recognition, this award to happen last night. No problem. I call him and say, hey, what happened here? He said, I have no idea. I said, who's in charge of this? I have no idea. And I'm like, Nafal, I would have much rather you don't even recognize me. I just wanted to come, show my face, and leave at 8 o'clock so I can see my kids. You guys know how important it is for me to see my
100%.
kids. I want to come see the kids. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. Let me get this other guy on. So he gets this guy on, Matthew Silverman, with one T, okay? He gets on the call. And I said, he gets on this guy right here. Zoom in his picture so we can show who he is. Just zoom in on his face, please. Zoom in right there. Yeah. So this guy right here. So he gets on the call. It's me and Matteo. He says, oh, didn't you get free dinner anyways? Didn't you get a free table? Didn't you get a free seat? You got me to get off the stage right now?
What?
He's talking to me like this. This is the president of the organization.
Oh, my God.
Nafal is on the call. So is Matteo listening to this call. I said, excuse me? Did you send your videos in? Did you send your pictures in? I said, Matteo. So at this point, I'm thinking, maybe Matteo missed an email. Matteo's like, you guys never requested anything. You don't send anything. You don't. I'm like, listen, buddy. And he keeps speaking over me and Matteo. And then I'm like, guys, I'm good. You will never see my face at this organization ever again. I'm out. This guy, arrogant, pompous, probably a 5'1" type of a guy, one of those Napoleon syndrome type of guys. And
you can tell from his collar,
and then you know what
big.
he says at the end of the call? He says, how many followers do you guys have anyways?
Are you serious?
Dude! Matteo's like, wait, what did the guy just say? The amount of words I can use for this guy, I'll keep it diplomatic, okay? I can't say that one, but he is. I can't say that one, but he is. I think I can say weasel, snobby, arrogant, pompous, entitled, and horrible customer service for a person to be the president of a company that you invited. I didn't want to go. I have things to do. You invited me, and I said yes because military and cops are going to be there.
Yep.
Of how much respect I got for those guys.
And you're a veteran, and it's Veterans Day.
And it's Veterans Day week,
yeah,
right?
And then he says, you should have sent your video and the picture in. Guess what happens this morning?
What?
Nafal calls Matteo this morning because he feels like shit. Nafal was awesome. He handled it like a pro. Exactly how you're supposed to handle it when somebody's asking you tough questions. And they send the video that they were going to play. They had edited the video.
They already had it?
Vinny,
What?
this is the video that they had played that they were going to play.
And he didn't do it.
And they didn't play the video.
Wow. So they already had
What?
So the point is, he's a liar. He's a liar. So where am I going with this? This right here.
I see it.
Okay? This video that they had, the intro, all the stuff that they were, and the video is a very nice video that they were going to play. And then they say, Kristi Noem went 45 minutes over. No, she didn't. Kristi Noem spoke 10 or 15 minutes, and she crushed it. She was awesome. Kristi Noem.
As if you weren't there and you didn't witness it?
Yeah, she was awesome. Tom Ullman, awesome. Weatherford Prain, awesome. Nick, crushed. Who's the guy that we wanted to have on the podcast from the group Stained?
Aaron Lewis, the lead singer.
It's been a while since he sang the song last night. Wow. He was awesome. But you know what?
Great song.
You see organizations in the front, and then there's a guy behind closed doors, guy named Matthew. Trash. Oh. So I am so let me go where I'm going with this point here. President Trump, what story are we in right now? We're in the story with tariffs.
Ingram.
All president wants is an apology. Mm-hmm. The only thing I want is an apology from this guy, this little guy, Matthew, whatever his name is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So why is he now working to defend these universities? Because he sued them, he got money, they apologized. Now he's going and fighting for them. Ooh. I don't know if you understand what I just said right there. I believe the president privately talked to these universities and he said, you're going to apologize and you're going to be pro-America, you're not going to play these games? How can I help you?
It's business.
I believe. Now, by the way, Brandon, you may or may not agree with that, but he's a deal maker to me.
I agree with that, but I would ask, like, so what would the ask be and how would he ensure that they actually do it? Because, you know, it's difficult enough already to make sure that businesses do what he wants them to do, but like universities, the amount of like bureaucracy and layers of deception within them, like how would he even enforce that? Or how, what would the ask be? I guess that's it.
He got what he wanted short term, though. He publicly humiliated these schools that humiliated him and a lot of other people. He publicly embarrassed them.
Do you think that's all he wanted, though? Because I would think that like they're still brainwashing the youth to be these crazy people.
I think the damage has been done to the universities. I'm going to explain what I mean by the damage has been done to the universities. How many guys you think who went to Harvard are going to want their kids to go to Harvard? Like think about people who go to Harvard. People go to these schools.
Legacy, families,
so it's like I want my kid to go. Like I meet people that are University of Florida. I want my kids to go to University of Florida, right?
Yeah,
There's a part of it that's what. Thank you. There's a part of it that's what's the word?
Tradition,
legacy, right? Fantastic, no problem. But how many people that saw what happened, who are Jewish or who are whatever, are going to sit there and say, "We're not sending our kids there"? The damage has been done. Mm-hmm. Trust me. You don't think Ackman pulling out, you don't think these guys pulling out, the damage has been done. So I think they already have so much pain that he brought to them, and they've seen it. Nothing is permanent. It's not like you're going to be able to permanently hold these organizations accountable. But look how CBS is acting. Look how all these companies are acting. Let me tell you what's going on today. We haven't done this in a while. So this is probably going to go in 30 minutes. We have a new hat that we've been working on for months, and it's officially here in 2 colors. Each are limited, numbered. Out of 150, they will go like this. Having said that, here's our latest Future Looks Bright hat. Go ahead, Rob. Then you look at that. By the way, it's sick, black and white. Zilur.
That's
Cash. Damn.
Who was that guy?
Who was that male model?
Who was it actually?
Justin.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Is that really Justin?
Well, Justin kind of is a male model. Let's give him a little credit. Come on.
Sick.
They were going to go with Rob first.
I love it. I love it. So here's what we're doing. They're both limited, black and the white. If you order both, we're going to send you one of the shirts. The Future Looks Bright. Rob, if you can click on the link, go to it, click on the hat. I think they're numbered. It says 150. Zoom in on the hat on the side. Keep going. Boom. 150. Numbered out of 150, each one of them. So black and white. If you order both, you can pick a shirt, white or black. We'll send it to you as well. But if you want to order more than that, do so. Always remember what happens with these limited edition stuff. Rob, go to eBay if you can and just type in Future Looks Bright on eBay. Anything we do limited edition, they go within 45 minutes to an hour. Wow. In no time. Go to Future Looks Bright and then press search and then go to the right if you can search by price, highest. Okay, one more. Look at this. Look at these hats. $9,800 hat.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, number $3,000. That's hats out of 50. So, they're numbered. They're limited edition. They end up over here for people that want to pick them up or sport them. If I'm you, like when I buy something nice, I'm going to wear them If you believe the future looks bright, go to vtmerch.com. Place your order on these hats. They're limited edition, 1 out of 150, each one of them. Get it for yourself. Get it as a gift. Christmas is around the corner. This could be something you can get for someone who's a big fan of the PBD podcast, Valuetainment, who's also optimistic, that believes the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.